Craps Tutorial Part 3, Come Bets.
Okay, so previously we've just did some bets on the pass line, and we took the odds. So now you know how to play the pass line. So now we're going to take a look at the come bet. So the come space is located right here. And the reason why we're taking a look at the come bets right now is because they're very similar to how the pass line works. The only difference is that you cannot make a comeback right away at the beginning of a round of craps. As you can see, the puck is in the off position. That means that we are in a come out roll, but a comeback cannot be made on a come out roll. So let's go ahead and bet the pass line. We always start a brand new game with the pass line. So oh, look at that, 7 on the on the come out roll. So we won. Let's do it again. Oh, it's a 12. So we're looking for a point number so that we can then explain the come bets. Okay, point is 5. All right, so we'll go ahead and take the odds here. Four times our pass line bet for a point of 5. So we'll make it an odds bet of $20. And now we're going to go ahead and bet on the come. So what does the come do? Well, it's just like starting a whole new round of craps. So basically a game within a game. So you could it's basically this come bet has its own come out rule independent of what's going on with the pass line. So for the come bet, then if the next roll, the very next roll is a 7 or 11, you will win. If it's a 2, 3, or 12, you will lose. And if it's any other number, then that will be the point for this come bet. So let's go ahead and see what happens. So we've got odds on the pass line, and we've got $5 on the come bet. Okay, so we rolled our point. We rolled a 5, so we won our pass line and we won our odds bet. And as you can see, for the come bet, so 7 or 11 wins the come bet immediately. 2, 3, or 12 loses. Any other number, then that becomes that come bet's point number, and how that is figured, or how that is represented is when the dealer moves your come bet to the number that you just rolled. So we rolled a 5, so that come bet now moves to the 5. So now for this come bet to win, now that it's moved to the 5, you'll have to roll a 5 before rolling a 7, just like with the pass line, but it's its own game. But now we're in a come out roll, so we'll go ahead and bet the pass line again. So we rolled a 3 in the come out roll, so that makes the pass line bet lose, but it doesn't affect your come bet because the come bet loses with a 7 but wins with a 5. So we'll just bet the pass line again. As always, you can leave a comment in the comment section if you got any questions. Look at that. So we rolled a 5. So that means that becomes the pass line's point number, represented with the puck turning to the on side. But our come bet won because we rolled a 5 before a 7. So we're going to do this again. We'll go ahead and take $20, put it as odds. We'll make another come bet. Let's see if we can roll some other number this time. Okay, we got a 6. So for the come bet, it moved to the 6. And so now for that come bet to win, you must roll a 6 before a 7. For the pass line, you'll have to roll a 5 before a 7, as it's represented with the on puck. And keep in mind, you can also, just like with the pass line, you can take odds on your come bet. So as you can see, I've decided to put $25, or 5 times my come bet, as odds. And so to take odds on your come bet, you cannot go do what I did here and just bet directly. If you're in an actual craps table, an actual physical craps table at the casino, You can't touch anything in the where the numbers are. So this is the dealer's workstation, basically. So what you would have to do if you want to take odds on your come bet is to put the money out here on the come space and tell the dealer to put it for you. You can say odds on the 6. They'll take your money from the come space and put it right there next to or slightly on top of your come bet to indicate that it is odds on the 6. So we got two numbers now. We got the 5 for the pass line and the 6 for this come bet. So let's roll until we can get a 5 or a 6 to win. That is a 4. So now you've got two numbers you're rooting for instead of just one when you're betting the pass line. Like I said, a game within a game. And the negative thing about this is that if you roll a 7, both will lose. Because if you roll a 7 before your point for your come bet, you lose. If you roll a 7 before the point for your pass line, you'll lose. So that's the one negative thing about this. Go ahead and do another round here. All right. You cannot make come bets during the come out roll. So we're at a new come out roll. So you're going to have to get past that come out roll first. And usually you'll be betting the pass line. So the point is 6. So we'll go ahead and take odds of $25. And we'll make a come bet. And look at that. We've won our pass line bet as we rolled the 6 once again before rolling a 7. And so that 6 becomes the point number for this come bet. So let's go ahead and bet the pass line. All right, new point is 9. So the point for this pass line is 9. We'll go ahead and bet $20 of odds for the pass line. And we'll go ahead and do 25 in odds for our come bet on the 6. And we can make another come bet. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so a 12 is rolled. Does not affect our come bet that's already on the 6. Does not affect our pass line bet. But it does affect the new come bet we just made, which loses on a 2, 3, or 12. So that lost. So we'll try again there. And we got a 5. So that come bet now moves to the 5, and now you're going to need a roll of 5 again to win this come bet. And as always, you can choose to take odds on that come bet. We're going to go ahead and leave it as that. So a 5, 6, and a 9 will have us win here. So that's 3 numbers now instead of just the one with the pass line. And look at that. We hit our 9, so the pass line wins. We've hit our point number on the pass line, and so now the puck is now back on the offside. So we're in a brand new come out roll. We'll go ahead and replenish the pass line. Now, this is the point where I want to stress that when you're in a come out roll for the pass line and you've got come bets on the numbers here, only the come bet itself is quote unquote working during the come out roll, meaning that it can still win or lose during a come out roll if the next roll is a 5, a 6, or it loses if a 7 comes, which means that you can roll a 7 right now. It'll win on the pass line, but lose on the come bets. Now, for the odds, if you've taken odds at this point, and odds bets can be removed at any time, by the way, just like with the pass line. Odds bet on the come bets can be removed at any time if you want. Let me just demonstrate. I can remove the odds bets and put it back at any time. The odds bets will not win or lose if you roll these numbers or if you roll a 7 while the puck is in the off space. So meaning that it won't count against you or for you during the come out roll. Let's see if we can show this here. Okay, there it is. So we roll a 5. And so we won our come bet, as you can see here, just won $5, but we did not win on the on the odds bet, as the odds bet is not in effect during the come out roll. Instead, what happens is that the odds bet is returned to you. This happens when you either win or when you lose, and this only applies during the come out roll when the puck is off. So we get our $20 odds bet back plus $5 of our from our come bet back, and the $5 in winnings from that come bet. Let's go ahead and put the odds bet here now on the pass line, since that's our new point number for the pass line. Let's make a new come bet. And we rolled a 10. Nothing happens except our new come bet will move to the 10 to signify that this is now the point number for that come bet. We'll go ahead and make an odds bet of $15 for the 10. And we'll leave it as that. So a 5 will win our pass line, a 6 will win our come bet here, and a 10 will win our come bet here. So we're looking for a 5, 6, or 10. There we go, we got a 6. So just like with the pass line in the last episode, we win even money on our come bet, and we get paid true odds on the odds bet. So in this case, what did we bet? We bet 25. And so we get a winnings of 30, or a payoff of 6 to 5 on a point of a 6 for a total of 55. So 55 there plus 10 there. Yeah, net win of 35. Okay, so 5 plus the 30 in winnings for just win of 35. Okay, we'll go ahead and make another come bet. We'll replenish that. And another thing too, when you win on the come bet, and you don't have a new come bet on the come space, you have to take the bet will be automatically taken down, including your winnings. So the dealer will pay you both your bet back and your winnings. You're not allowed to leave it on there unless you have a new come bet already on here. Let's see if we can roll a 10 and demonstrate that. Okay, we won our pass line. Excellent. 5, we hit our point. The puck is back in the off position. We have a point for our come bet now on the 5. We'll go ahead and we'll put money on the odds right now, even though the odds bets don't count during the come out roll, as I mentioned previously. You can wait until after a new point is established for the pass line to make your odds bet on your come bet, if you want to, of course. All right, point is now 6. Let's do $25 for odds on our pass line for the 6. We'll make another come bet. Let's see if we can roll a 5 or a 10, and I can explain. No, instead we rolled a 3. So we lose our new come bet, so we'll have to make another one. And unfortunately, we 7'd out. So our pass line bet loses on a 7 when the puck is on. Come bets lose on a 7 when they're up here with the numbers. But your new come bet, which wins on a 7 or 11, think of it as like a come out roll for this bet, wins. So we get back $10 here. 5 initial bet plus 5 in winnings, but we lose everything else. That was a decent run, though. We are up $45 since the beginning of this part. So we're going to go ahead and end it off here. Hopefully you've learned how come bets work. It's basically a pass. It's exactly like a pass line bet, but taken after the point has been established for that pass line. Hopefully it's a game within a game within a game. You can have multiple come bets you can make multiple come bets at any time. So I'll just mention one last thing. So if your come bet wins, so you can make a come bet, the next roll is a 6, for example. The come bet is moved to that 6, and so you have to roll a 6 again before a 7. And let's say you do roll that 6 with odds. You've taken odds on that 6, and you have another come bet right here. Then the dealer will offer to pay you just your winnings, and we'll say the phrase off and on, because normally when you get when your come bet is paid, you get your bet back as well. But since you made a new come bet, that come bet is moved back to that number, and you're most likely going to take the odds on that as well. So instead of having to shuffle chips around, you know, to do something that you're most likely going to do anyway, the dealer will just pay you your winnings. But that will only happen if you have a new come bet here on the come space when you win on one of the come bets here. If you don't have a new bet here, you will be paid back your bet plus your winnings. And if you want to put another come bet back up on one of those numbers, you'll have to bet on the come space directly, and then set that point for that number. So we're going to end it off here. Be sure you leave a comment if you're confused. I hope to explain that as best as I could for this video. So the next video, the next part 4, we're going to take a look at the opposite of betting the pass and the come. We're going to take a look at the don't pass and the don't come. Pretty much sounds exactly what you think it is, but we'll take a look in part 4.
To watch the next part of my craps tutorial, select the option on the right side of the screen. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon to be notified for the next video. I'll see you there. Go make it happen.